about that I like having you guys narrate and whatnot too.
The group still hasn't learned not to touch stuff that's not theirs.
Okay.
And
In my defense, it wasn't me this time.
We almost lost Moose.
The lesson's not complete until everybody does it at least once.
Who hasn't yet? I know my character has, and I wasn't even here.
I don't think. I don't know. Zarius, maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
What's up?
Has Zarius taken anything that wasn't his? Because the rest of us have.
I didn't take it. I touched it, and then I got shocked, and then Moose almost died.
Oh yeah, well yeah. So technically, Moose is the one that has behaved so far out of all of you.
He's the one that almost died.
He's the one who paid for it.
I know, he was just there. Got hustled.
Don't assume I'm an innocent bystander. Even after almost dying, I was still contemplating grabbing items off of the water.
Oh yeah, just circumstantially, you've been fine. You're the best on behavior so far. It's not that your engines were good.
Right.
Well, we lost Locke.
And then I remember right. Oh, that's right. That was the last thing I remember. He stayed with the Will-O-Wisps.
The rainmakers.
Got back. Yeah, the people that made the raid. And then Eli healed us both, and we got back on the raft. Or did we get on the raft?
Yeah, I think that's where we picked up, because I think we were going down. Me and you spotted some lights. There was some dude on stilts picking up eggs, and we kind of made that awkward eye contact, like, I don't want to fight you if you don't fight me.
Yep.
Yeah. They went on with their day. God.
I think the only other
and then we had a
thing...
short rest, right? Yeah, we did a short rest.
Yep, you've done a short rest because of just your time being on the raft.
Yeah, I needed that.
And technically, the flyers wouldn't be getting short rests, but it's fine because you guys aren't. It's mild, and I don't want you to be all offset from the rest of the party at the moment.
I don't need it.
Pinky's definitely already crashed on the raft.
Just like laid out like a starfish. Her wings are spread out. There's a little bit of drool.
Yeah, she's just out.
Full power napping.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, cool. So you guys are continuing on in the supposed direction of Telemy Hill. Zarius, would you start us off and give us the survival check, please? Nine. All right. Okay. So as you are going along, your kind of mental adjustments on the landmarks that you've been following have finally given way. And you're off course far enough, and things seem to have shifted around for long enough that you no longer have a bearing of where you are. And you've gotten a little lost. And you are just kind of going through the swamp at high tide, dotting the occasional burp of swamp gas, and seeing. It is nighttime, and you do, which also help your survival check. And you do see occasional egg gatherers on stilts. Just none of them, even if they cross by each other, they don't speak. And you just kind of ignore them, they ignore you, and just kind of move further along into the darkened swamp. The night change has brought on occasional new sounds, less bird calls, more amphibians speaking throughout the nights. And things are just a little bit more dingy, hazy, misty. and you go through. It's kind of there's this tension in there of just waiting for something to kind of like snap, and the fact that nothing has yet almost makes the tension worse rather than relieving. Dad, what are you guys doing?
I'm a little lost. Place shifts so much now. I don't know where we're going.
Well, we'll just look for a hill, a moving hill. I think your spear is still lit up. I think Eli put a purple light on your spear, so you've got that.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
First one of the day, Morgan. You're muted.
Right off the bat. I was saying, yep, that's what that purpley glow around you guys is the actual like, color of the lights on the end of the spear.
Nice.
Forgot how much, like, how big it is. Jesus.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
Kevis being Kevis is gonna make perception. Paranoid.
All right, go for it.
Especially now he hears him say, "Hey, we're lost." Oh, good. Starting off strong.
Woo!
We are definitely lost.
All right, I expect to see a 76543 nat 1 from all of you in a minute.
I don't think anyone's woken Pinky up though, so she's just
No. Kevis is just
She-
gonna sleep through
Yep.
this entire ordeal. She's like, "You guys are lost. That's your guys' problem."
actually we're just in the middle of the water,
Where
right?
we're going. Yep, just kind of
water.
moving along.
So Kevis is gonna reach down into the water, kind of scoop up, not like super deep, just a handful of water, and dump it on Pinky to wake her up.
All right.
Just casually, like, not even looking, and hopefully think that, like, it was Eli, because Eli would have been someone that's messed with Pinky already, so.
Somewhere. All right. Nonchalant enough to get a scapegoat. I hear you. Okay. Pete, what are you dreaming about?
No. Hopefully nothing bad. What am I dreaming about?
It's your call. You're
Maybe-
kind of just.
Shit.
You know, maybe my home when it was still there.
All right. You're thinking about your neck of the Feywild. It's been a while since you've seen it. You remember some friends, some kind of frenemies. You know, the fairy can be. The Fae can be a little bit. What's it called? Gabbish and backstabby at times.
Yeah.
There's a few that definitely exemplified that in your hometown. But overall, it's pleasant memories, and you have this sense of calm and belonging.
I'm really calm and relaxed while everyone else is freaking out like we're lost. I'm just
And suddenly that calm is replaced with sharp, icy cold muck water that starts running into your mouth and nose and down your shirt and onto your wings, and you were snapped open immediately.
What the heck? What? Huh? What? Where? What?
Kevis is just
I'm
sitting on the bridge, and he's like, Eli, really?
What? I didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't me, asshole.
Sure,
What's
just like
Eli
it wasn't
doing
you.
up there, back there?
Kevis is just not even turning and looking at him. It's just like that moment of just sitting on the edge, looking back while everything's happening behind him.
I look around. Do I see a culprit?
I'm laughing at you.
Insight check. Yeah, Zarius is, of course, laughing his ass off.
Better see the
Shit.
culprit.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah. That was Kevin. Kevis is trying to be sly.
Sitting there wiping the water off my hands.
I just glared daggers at him. That's one extra pair of eyes on you, mister.
I can't see it, so I'm not looking at you.
Okay, so, like, why did you wake me up, though? Like,
You joined in the misery.
Very much. I also want to point out the fact, like, this entire time, Kevis is still holding his amulet. So he just got basically one free hand open.
Are we there yet?
Just keep
Yeah.
moving along and try to find it.
Morgan, I just lost the map.
Okay, so it wasn't just me.
Oh, it was everybody. Okay. That's my bad. There was some after I got everything properly installed, I just noticed that some of the modules weren't working, and so I added those, and I guess it reset it for everyone. So that should reload here in a minute. That's fine. We're doing Theater of the Mind right now, anyways. Sorry, guys. Seriously, I like refreshed like a bunch of times after I installed that update, and I was like, okay, seems to be working. No problems. My modules are working. My maps are working. My sounds are coming through. It's a friggin' liar.
It's all good, buddy. No worries.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody seeing the map yet?
Nope.
Nope. Me either. Bollocks. Okay, so you guys are continuing on. Moose asks if we're yet. Does anybody respond or anything?
We're almost there, Moose.
Okay.
Give or take an hour or 3.
Okay. How many more trees is that? Like, if I count the trees from now until we get there, do you think it's like 7?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Hey, that's what I was thinking too.
I know it's done.
Okay, well, I'll start
My
counting.
fingers I can't really count.
There's 1.
Oh, I see another one.
Guys,
Yep. That's B.
I'm gonna stop the server and refresh it one more time. Okay, but in the meantime, you guys are going along. You guys are going along. It's dark. You see the occasional kind of reddish bobbing headlamps, sort of devices that the egg catchers are carrying around with them, and you do occasionally see just like several fireflies gliding along. Occasionally, one of several of them seem to convalesce into like a small humanoid shape and kind of stare at you as you move along, and then scatter and zip off into various locations again.
That's what I'm falling, yeah.
What would you guys like to do? Just kind of keep moving?
I like to keep looking for this hill, yeah.
Wait, guys, are we lost?
Oh, yeah, you were asleep. Yeah, I got us lost. your stupid Feywild moves around. It's not like regular places where it just stays the same.
Haven't we been
Well, I'm
lost since
sorry
we
that
got
your
here?
stupid, normal, regular places is so boring that you can all write it down on a map. Takes out the fun in things.
She's got a point.
That's true. I didn't think about it that way. So I'll launch back in the air.
Kevin?
Keep
Why are
looking
you
for
shaking your head at me?
launch back in the air and look for more hills.
Okay, you can only go up so far as the rope will allow you unless you untether yourself. And the length of the rope is actually shorter than the trees around you. So it's not like you're getting a really good aerial view.
So
I think Bane is the one that's roped up, and Zarius was on scouting around us.
I thought you were both tethered.
we both were too. So for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my rope to him, and then I'm going to fly above the treetops. That way I can look around.
Just a straight perception check, but it is at disadvantage because it is night. Do you have dark vision? No, Arakaka don't have dark vision.
Don't have dark vision. But we have the light, right? But that's only
you have the light, but it only goes out to be about 40 feet, and you're looking for something that could be long ways off.
All right, so you said perception at disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
$11 and a 21.
11 and a 21. All right. So with the 11, you're looking around, and gosh, it's pretty bare. See the shapes of treetops. It's where fireflies are going, kind of in and out and behind and stuff. You can see the brambles in the various branches and vines. And so you can see that things exist out there. But it's really you're trying to decipher a network of silhouettes, and you don't have an idea of where this hill could be at the moment. Pretty difficult here in the darkness without knowing exactly where you're going.
I'll fly back down. I'm just like, guys, as much as I hate to admit this, I'm just going to get us more lost at this point in time. I can't see anything. I just don't know where we are. I feel like we're headed in the right direction, but we could be going in the opposite direction for all I know.
I think we just passed the 14th tree. So maybe we should... we'll keep going. We're almost there. 14, green,
maybe,
6, and then 8.
Maybe we should just stop for the night so we don't end up getting more lost?
Is there anywhere around us?
Can you...
Go ahead, but...
I say, Morgan, is there anywhere around us that is land and not just water?
That's funny. That's what I was going to ask, too.
Muted.
All the land is submerged. Mostly, you can find an occasional kind of muddy embankment that rises up out of the water. But most of what you're going to be looking for is various tree roots and things along those lines.
Is there any big tree roots by us that we could tie up to? That way we could...
Oh yeah, pretty easy. Yeah, pretty easy. There's stuff all over the place here that could work for that.
Well, guys, would you like to tie up and then wait out? We can take a watch and then wait out and go try again in the morning.
Morgan, how long have we been traveling at this point?
From what? What is your beginning marker?
The geyser.
The geyser? At this point, it's been about 5 hours or so. You got to the geyser in like mid to late evening as like the sun was starting to go down, and you guys have pressed on, and you're not really sure where you're at, but you've just kind of kept going.
Okay. So it's getting pretty like or super early in the morning, but still nighttime.
Yeah.
Okay. As Kevis Winzarius said, we should probably tie up. I'd be like, yeah, I would imagine. I mean, how's everyone feeling? Because at this point, I feel like going any further, we're just going to get more and more deeper into somewhere we don't know where.
I feel like we might get exhausted if we keep.
Pinky's probably knocked back out again after realizing nobody knows what they're doing. She's like, okay, cool. Going back to sleep.
Yeah. As she like kind of flops back down on the deck of the raft, there's just a little pink poof of sparkles.
Also,
7. I think this is it.
So we'll tie up to that tree.
All right, let's do it. I'm getting tired.
1 second.
Kevis is immediately going to tie before anyone else can.
Kevis ties the knots.
All right, Kevis, make a survival to tie off the raft.
Oh boy!
It's like, even though we're not.
Oh, Kevis, we're gonna drift off.
You guys are so confident in Kevis's skills, and that knot looks awesome.
This guy is so good.
All right, guys, I think we're good.
Yep. So, not securely tightening the raft on to the side of the tree. You guys climb up into the branches. What would you like to do?
I guess Bane would take a rest.
Yep.
It's been a long day.
Yep, you've been packing mule in it for a while.
A watch, or are we all just going to go to sleep?
That's what I was about to say. I can take first watch. Well, yeah. Kevis say I can take first watch. Morgan, don't elves only have to take 4 hours?
That's correct.
Okay. So I can.
I will take the second one to wake me up and put my wings over my face when I go to sleep.
Kevis
Okay.
just finds like
Kevis?
he can find like a branch to kind of I guess sit up against and just keep a lookout.
Okay.
Oh, do you want my spear with the light?
Yeah, that would be great.
We'll give that to him before I fold my wings over my eyes and go to sleep.
Okay. And guys, as you are kind of like setting up for the night, this is a good time to have dialogue and conversations in between characters. Good time to work on like, any personal projects that your character might have. Mull about different thoughts, examine items you might have acquired, things like this. So, it's a good time to kind of put some additional information in there if it applies, rather than just like it doesn't always have to just be like, okay, cool, we need a rest. I go to sleep. So if there's anything like that, you guys are welcome to do so. If not, we'll move forward with Kevis's perception checks and such.
I was actually one. Kevis will kind of watch everybody, see if they're dozing off for a little bit. I'll reach up and grab his. He'll reach up and grab his necklace, kind of similar to what he did back at the carnival when he walked away, and just kind of he'll start talking as if he's trying to have conversations with someone. So it's been a while since we've met. Well, been around each other, I guess. Even though sometimes you do frustrate the hell out of me. I could really use your help right now. Just sits.
I imagine Moose is like, he found a spot with like a few branches to support his back and like kind of sit in the middle of them, and then like another branch underneath his foot. But there's nothing to support his head, so it's just like it veered back.
Every time Kevis hears him snore, he just looks over and just shakes his head.
Yeah,
When he snores, I still whistles in his sleep. He has no ability to be quiet at all, so he's just sitting there whistling as he's sleeping.
Is it like a tune or is it like a?
No, it's like a tune, man.
Nice.
It's not just random like bird noises. He's like literally singing as he sleeps or whistling as he sleeps, and it changes up as it goes.
Nice. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna try one more thing to get this freaking map to show up. I've been like messing with it the whole time back here. Okay, so Kevis, go ahead and give me a perception check and then roll a D100 for me. Okay.
22.
We're dead.
Kevis, you start to, you perceive out into the night and trying to figure out what's going on. Keeping your eyes and ears open. It's a little strange, even compared to your time in the forest. There seems to be an abundance of activity that is nocturnal here, and it is kind of throwing you off. And it's a little bit difficult to keep track of everything. And you start to look around, close your eyes here, and there's just so much to it that it doesn't. Nothing seems to solidify it. It's just like this constant changing tide of noise that is rough to keep purchase on. And after a while, you kind of just stop trying because it's become clear that it's not going to. Oh boy. Sorry, I'm realizing some of the things that they updated on the that they changed in the update, and it's freaking me out. But you do see one unfortunate visual constant in this cacophony of changing mist and bugs and fireflies and bobbing egg gatherers and occasional roar and snarl and fight of some vicious beast out in the wild. Those eyes, yellow and piercing, continue to track with you, being somewhere in your periphery every time that you move your eyes. Still there.
Can I tell how far?
This time around? feels like about 20 feet away, but can't identify anything that's actually in that space. Like, you look over and it's like the eyes are coming from you at you from like directly underneath like a pool of water, or inside of a bush, or on top of a tree branch that has nothing perched on it.
Kevis will put the spear down because I would imagine he'd be holding it for the light. Just set it down next to him. Hello? I can see you watching us.
There's no response other than the nighttime symphony of crickets and bugs and frogs, with the basso roaring and hi-hat whistling of a bat, of a devil man and a bird.
Why are you following us? Do you want something from us?
No response again.
No motion, no nothing.
Nothing. Do hear your other members of your party shifting and moving around, and Sir Talavar doing his tiny little snore as well of
Can you help us? Just one lines, just to see any sort of change, motion.
all you see is the ever unblinking eyes just staring at you, the 9 of them.
How much room do I have to move around up here?
Not much. Everybody is precariously balanced on various limbs of the tree that you guys climbed up. So you're almost tightrope walking up here.
I'm gonna stand. Kevis stands up. Hopefully not stepping on anybody. 20 feet. He's gonna walk forward. Closer to the eyes if he can.
Alright, give me a dexterity check
Right.
or an acrobatics check to just balance on one of the tree branches that's kind of going up
Oh, this
at
is
an
great.
angle.
This is lovely.
Oh no, Kevis, your rolls today. Your rolls
All right.
today.
So you go and you're focusing on one particular angle, kind of down to the bottom left. There does appear to be like some sort of kind of muddy land mass that, it's only a couple of feet wide. Somehow focusing on that, if something were to manifest, you would hope it would be there. You'd have the tactical advantage. And you start moving up, and your balance wavers after tripping on essentially a knot in the branch, and your body lurches forward, reaches up to grab something to support yourself. And a small branch is the only thing that you grasp. It snaps off. You grasp out with your left, and you grab a vine, not taut one, but one that just drops. Your body weight shifts and tumbles, and you fall out of the tree with a loud splash. Straight into the water.
How far down am I now?
You fell about 15, 20 feet, into the bottom, into the water, and what should be an easy swim up. Actually, give me an athletics check.
Here we go.
A 6. All right.
A -2.
Unbelievable.
What should be an easy swim back to the surface is resistant. As you're thrashing, something animalistic about shit just fell into water and I can't see anything. You begin to turn and kind of try to raise yourself to the surface, and you are being held down. Something specifically has wrapped itself around your ankle. And you are probably 3 or 4 feet away from the surface, your body vertical going down into the water. And you turn down to see. You see nothing except 9 glowing eyes with something muscular and tight gripping your ankle.
Oh my gosh, did any of us hear this splash?
Everybody give me a perception check at disadvantage for you being asleep.
God, this is what I thought it was. Fuck.
First one, and let's see the second one. Son of a bitch.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not
rolling.
good.
I'm rolling
this
to
is
see the die.
great.
The second was a nat 20.
Yeah, I saw that. Mine ended up with a 9.
Yep.
10.
Okay, so the 13 is the best we got. So Kevis falls in the water. It takes a minute for the water to stop rippling or to stop splashing out from the initial geyser and kind of return to its normal state. Moose, you are shaken up out of your slumber.
What? Huh? I look around. Do I notice anything awry as I wake up?
Give me another perception check, and you do have dark vision, right?
Can I scream to help him? Like yell or something?
You're underwater.
Wait, I'm
Underwater?
under?
You can.
Completely under?
Scream.
Yeah, you're completely under.
Oh,
Your face
shit.
is submerged by about 3 or 4 feet.
Oh my god.
Perception. Yeah. Something's weird. Something's different. And you look down and you see Xarius's purple glowing spear is stuck into the tree in one of the roots, like off the side. And you don't see Kevis.
Well, that doesn't seem right. I think there were more of us. Who's the closest one to me?
I don't know. Choose somebody.
Probably Z. I go over to Z. I nudge him. Serious, wake up.
And Xarius, how are you sleeping on your particular section of the tree? Oh, you muted, Duke. Your little things flipped.
Thank you. That's because I was chewing on ice and I want you guys to have to hear it. So my claws on my feet are just gripped into the wood, and my wings are just folded around my face, so it's dark. That's about it.
Yep, you're just kind of like hunched over.
Darius, did you leave your spear on the ground last night when we went to bed?
No, I gave it to Kevis so he'd have some light. I'm still yawning, looking around. Where is he at?
I don't know where Kevis is. Your spear is down there, though.
I'd like to go grab my spear and then take a look around and see if I can see him. But I'd like to have the spear first. That way I could have some light.
Yeah, sure. You flap down and kind of with a tug release the spear from the root. That's the word. And look around, kind of letting your bird eyes adjust to the darkness and the light that's coming off of your spear. Go ahead and give me a perception check now.
Son of a bitch.
This is how he dies.
I'm rolling good
Gosh,
today, guys.
guys, the environment is killing us more than anything else is. Falling from a geyser,
Yep.
eaten by a snake,
A dead
falling
snake.
off a cliff.
Nothing kind of catches your eye. You're like,
All right, I'm going to start yelling out for him.
Guys,
Okay, and
too, but I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make my voice 3 times louder.
all right, sure. And at that, Moose is already a loud individual. And amplified, he is very loud. Pinky and Eli also wake up at this point.
why? Guys, are you trying to wake up the whole entire Feywild?
I don't think many of them are asleep. It's pretty active out here.
What do you?
Do you know where Kevis went?
He's right. Wasn't he on the tree with us? He's on the tree still, right?
No, my spear was sticking out of a tree stump, and then we can't find him.
Oh.
And he's not like the rest of us, so I don't really think he would just run off.
Not like the rest of us. Are you implying that the rest of us would run off somewhere, just like willy-nilly?
I'm just saying the rest. Oh, I won't speak for you, but I'm very easily distracted, and so I might see a firebug and go fly after it. I'm just saying, he doesn't seem like the type.
Okay, so have we looked for him?
Yeah, but I couldn't find him. I'm assuming Moose looked for him before he woke me up.
Oh, and now we're just okay.
Not really. I just knew somebody was missing. Maybe he went back to the Rainmakers and to hang out with Locke.
I don't think he would. Is the raft still here?
Yeah, the raft's still tied up.
You look down to see the raft, and it's gone.
Son of a... Moose, somebody stole your raft.
That was worth a balloon animal.
Somebody's going to pay for stealing that.
I think the Feywild owes us one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't say I was going to make him pay. Well,
okay.
So he took the raft and he left us.
Oh yeah, he took the raft and he left us.
Left my spear.
I mean, if the raft is gone and Kevis is gone, then he's on the raft somewhere.
Well, at least he left me my spear, and I pet it. It's my pet.
Pinky, with your passive perception, as you are looking around for Kevis and like calling out for him, then like noticing the raft, noticing where it was, you start to see, movement on the surface of the water that is inconsistent with the rest of the natural state of things underneath or around you.
Hey guys,
some bubbles. An occasional bubble, and just like, when you're underwater and like if you're moving, it kind of like disturbs the surface.
Hey guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's something in the water. There's something under us.
Well, yeah, roots.
No, but like it's bubbling and moving.
Isn't that what water does?
I mean,
I spent a lot of time in the air, not in the water.
I was honestly going to suggest Xeris stab it with his spear.
Kevis is gonna die.
If you want me to, I can do that.
I mean,
Are we
just,
going
like,
fishing?
maybe like not the pointy end. Just like poke it around and see if you hit anything.
Oh, it has 2 pointy ends. Have you not seen my spear?
Oh. Is there like a stick somewhere that we can poke around?
Right. I was going to say, do I have a stick?
There's probably a stick in one of these trees we can break out.
Yeah, Moose, can
Like
you
a
like
break-
break off like a branch and like swish it around the water and see if you hit something?
If only someone had a quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll break off a branch.
I like the spear better.
Okay.
No, Kevis has a quarterstaff.
Yeah. You break it off. You've got like a long stick. It's about 5 feet long. Kind of it branches off a couple of times. It's not a perfectly straight thing.
And I'll just like kind of just
Like
start
throw it like
plunging it into the water.
Okay. You start plunging it into the water, and you start plunging it. It's just water as you're going through. And roll me a percentile die to quote Professor McGonagall, for sheer dumb luck.
Please.
89.
59. Okay, so as you're plunging around, there's kind of a part of it where you like slip on some moss, and like it goes a little bit deeper. And as it does, and like you're like, oh, okay, and you like pull it back up. If you feel a little bit of resistance on it, that slips out. So just for like a second, you feel something like kind of pull on it, and you're able to get it back.
Something grabbed it. I almost caught a fish.
Like, are you stabbing around the area I see stuff moving in?
Yeah,
There it is.
I think there's a fish down there.
No.
I could eat.
Honestly. Yeah, I mean, keep stabbing? I don't know. There's something down there.
I don't know how to. Is this how you fish?
I don't know.
I just normally use my claws.
Do you want to go in there and use your claws? I think the water's kind of deep if he's stabbing it that much.
No, I'm okay. I don't want to go 5 feet underwater. That's taller than that's too above my head with water.
You're like, that's too much.
I would like to look around. Where's Sir Talabar in his cage?
Yeah, he's up in the cage, in the tree.
Okay, so he wasn't on the raft. I just wanted to make sure because
We just left him on the raft and he's gone.
and the raft is gone. So I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, so we know there's something in the water. Kevis is gone.
Can anybody swim?
Maybe Kevis is afraid of fish.
Can we like light up that stick and stick it back under and see if we can see anything?
Yeah, I can put my staff or my spear in the water to see if that'll
the
help
stick.
with the
Put
light.
the stick in. Put the stick in.
Kevis,
I don't want to stab
look at
anybody.
your chat.
Eli, light the stick up.
And then
Okay. And the spear goes out, and the stick itself lights up instead.
all right, stab it around. See if we can see a fish.
Okay, and I'll put it down like deeper.
-1. Oh god!
No, Kevis is dying.
Can I
Soul's
do
underwater
anything
drowning,
besides
guys.
that, Morgan? Like,
Say that again.
can I do anything? Can I cast spells? Hit?
We will see in a moment.
Okay.
Okay,
That glow stick back.
All right, Moose, go ahead and roll that D100 again.
$28.
Okay. This time you're kind of jabbing around, and you do see like a couple of little fish like dart off away from the light as you begin to kind of like slam the branch back down. And then as you do, the branch plunges down about where you felt it get grabbed before, and it's kind of strange. The water penetrates the darkness and kind of like flows downward, and like you keep track of it. It's a little bit slow motion. And as it does, you see just at first it looks a little bit like skeletal, just because of the way the murk in the water is preventing some of the light from deepening. And as you do, you get down there, and you see Kevis's face. It's like barely illuminated, and then you see him frantic and swimming and grasping. Like trying to come up from air and not moving at all.
I will reach down into the water. I'll drop the stick and reach down with my hands.
Okay, it's deeper than you can reach with your hands. Your hands will get maybe like a foot and a half into the water, but he is several feet beyond that. And all of you can see. All of you guys are staring at what Moose is doing. You all see Kevis is somehow stuck under the water, desperately trying to scramble up.
Use the stick, Moose.
Somebody grab my ankles. Grab my ankles, and I'll just like dip my head into the water.
Grab his ankles, because I definitely can.
I'll try to grab his ankles because I'm pretty sure like everybody else's strength is way lower than.
Yeah, Eli comes over and like tries to grab one too. Like,
I'll like grab onto like the back of your shirt or something.
Okay, all of you I need athletics checks for, please, as you are trying to respond in a quick manner and like find some place to hold and yank backwards.
There we go. You said athletics, right?
Okay, not bad considering I'm a little 2-foot fairy.
Right, for real.
Wow, all of you, that's pretty good considering that's a crap stat for all of you. Okay, you guys reach down and like, Moose just essentially like belly flops on the water and then sinks a little bit and starts like heading towards Kevis. Pinky, you grab his tail, and the other two grab his boots. Eli's just like holding on to like a boot strap specifically. Okay, and you reach down, and Moose, you reach down, and you are able to grab onto Kevis's arms and start pulling. Give me an athletics check. This is an assisted athletics check because Kevis is whatever is holding him down. Kevis is trying to move with you. Kevis, as this is happening, you are relieved to have the option of grabbing onto Moose and him start pulling you, but your lungs are burning every time a small gasp of air comes up. A little bit more nasty, murky, wet smudge water gets in, and you take 3 more points of damage as your consciousness is beginning to fade.
Oh, sweet.
He's gonna die, dude.
Wait, was that
Moose? Give me a that's at advantage.
You got this. Move strong.
17.
17. Okay. Versus mine. Wow. That's a natural 20. Oh my.
Oh my god.
Mind you, when Kevis rolled a 1, I had a 5 total. There was an option that he was going to break
had
free.
one job. Oh my goodness.
All right, so as Moose, as you start pulling, you see something, a long clawed, scaly hand, almost impossibly long, reach up out from like the depths below Kevis and grip into his shoulder and pull him away. And he sinks down to about 5 feet under, and your grip is lost on him.
Oh no.
And so you lose grip on your friend. What are you doing? You can still, try to catch up to him, or whatever you're going for.
Yeah, I think I would still try to catch up to him, but I also seen this creature. I might fire off a guiding bolt at it. I don't know if that works underwater, but I think Bane would know if that would maybe work underwater, because he seems like the kind of guy that would try weird shit like that.
Oh yeah, Bane loves casting magic underwater. It doesn't follow, since it's not a physical projectile, it doesn't follow the same rules of like water resistance, and it basically has its full range and stuff.
Oh, that is a bunch of stuff.
About,
What was that?
11 to hit.
11 to hits. You launch down, and because of the reactive nature, and you weren't really expecting it to be this strong, it just kind of whizzes by. You do see it slide by and shoot past Kevis, and it kind of illuminating it along the way just by the general light of the bolt itself. And it goes down, and it kind of flashes by, and you see a very thin yet ridiculously like layered on muscle, with scales, soft on the underbelly, tenser on darker on the back, a large open mouth with a forked tongue, and this thick-headed hood with 8 eyes ridged up on the sides, and one in this, or 4 eyes on both sides, and then one ridged right in the center. You see some sort of like abomination of a creature holding Kevis down and pulling him deeper into the depths. Okay. Can you link your spell?
I hate this.
Did it?
I see it.
Yeah, it's in the.
Oh, there you go. It just showed up for me.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, not my spell. His spell.
Okay, that spell does not get you out of a grapple automatically.
Right.
So you do still have to escape the grapple.
Can I see the tentacle that's got me?
You look down also as the bolts shoot down, and you see what it is it is a tail coming off of this creature, has it wrapped around you quite tightly.
I would probably swing at the tail, because I know I am very strong. I'm not pulling out of this.
Okay, go ahead and give a strike. You finally calm down enough to look at what's going on. You see the tail ripping you. You pull out your short sword and go for an attack.
I hit the wrong one.
Yep, wrong one. So give me an attack first.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, that will do it. Go ahead and do the attack.
You want me to re-roll? Or do you just want to use the one I did earlier?
Oh, that's right. So 6 damage, and then give me your 1d8 for force damage as well.
Oh, that could have been real bad.
Okay, so 11 to slice down, and you carve a deep groove kind of down the length of the tail, and it does release you. That's a good strike. It releases you. The last of your oxygen seemed to fade, and your eyes are blurring on their own. You can't control it, and your vision is starting to fade.
Can I just shoot straight up with my movement at this point?
Yes, you can.
So what? It's 65 feet straight up?
Well, you can't go straight up because you can't fly.
No, just swimming straight up.
Yeah, straight up. You only have to go about 5 feet. It was pulling you down into the water. Yep. And so you guys are here, and then all of a sudden, Moose, you see Kevis start to shoot up directly towards you at a very fast rate. I
would wiggle my body as like a sign to pull my ankles since I didn't give him one at all. Hopefully they get that.
What is wiggling. He doing? Why is he... Does he want us to drop him? Yeah, hopefully do we like... We're both of us are like, do we let go?
Yeah, that you must be going down there, so... Yeah, let him go.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so Kevis comes up and splashes out of the pool that you guys are or out of the water next to you guys, and Moose goes into the drink.
Oh.
Kevis just pops out.
Oh.
Stay the fuck out of the water. Where's Moose?
Why were you in the water?
That's a different story. Where's Moose?
He's in the water.
What?
He's in the water.
He kicked his feet at us to let it go.
He was wiggling. Wiggling. I thought that was like the universal like let me go sign was to like wiggle out of someone's grip, you know?
What?
You did the wiggle.
Immediately Kevis looks back, pulls out the quarterstaff that he apparently has, sticks it into the water.
Okay. At this point, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, goddamn.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, Foundry's being a butt today. I will get this fixed, guys. So I'm old school. I got a whiteboard next to me.
So apparently I can roll good on initiative.
Yeah, well, you're a little agitated at the moment.
You know, although I feel like it was totally your fault for the circumstances that have befallen you.
Yeah, I just don't know what you were doing in the water. I thought you were supposed to be taking watch.
I don't know what you're doing in the water either. I thought you were taking watch. We all thought you were taking watch. Then poof, our raft is gone and Kevis is gone and
our raft's gone.
Yeah,
you look.
You're watching out. You went swimming.
You look at the branch where it's supposed to be, and it is missing.
Shit.
We thought you had left. Well, I thought you had left. But then I saw the bubbles, and I thought maybe a fish.
Why would I have left?
You didn't seem like this. So well, the raft's gone, and you were gone.
It's just so we assumed that you had left.
And I would have just assumed that since you were on watch, you would have been watching the raft too. So it just made sense that with it gone, you were also gone.
Morgan, when I was on watch, did I see the raft leave?
Not with your 9 that you rolled.
And you're 7 to tie the knot.
No, that was a natural 1 to tie the knot.
Wow.
Oh Lord, I didn't even realize that.
Wait, was it? It was a nat 1.
It was a nat 1. That's why it's gone.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know what happened to the rafts. Someone may have stole it. I don't know. We need to get Moose because there's something down there. Yeah, remember when I said the eyes? That's going to be a problem? I found the problem. And it's down there.
Yep. The eyes have it.
Okay, I finally figured out initiative. So we will start Kevis up, followed by Pinky, then Bane.
at first. Actually, can I see anything? Like down there?
Not really, because it's like dark and it's underwater.
Doesn't he have the stick down there that's lit with the light spell though?
He
I didn't
dropped it.
bring the stick when I went to grab Kevus.
Yeah, it's
it.
up next to you guys.
Okay.
Kevin is gonna take the quarterstaff. I'm gonna need help because there's no way I'm pulling Moose up. I look over at like Eli and everybody. So I'm just sticking the staff in and hoping
Look at
Moose
all
grabs
of
it.
us string beans pulling up the biggest man.
Yep.
It's in the water.
Okay, so you put it down there, and okay, Moose. Suddenly, there's a stick next to your head.
Huh?
Okay, so that's Kevin's go. Pinky, you're up.
He said that he was gonna need some help, so I guess I'm just gonna help him try to do whatever he needs to do.
All right, yeah, sounds good. Okay, so Pinky, you fly up and grab kind of the top of the staff and like kind of brace yourself, and then Moose, it's over to you. Your turn.
I know the monsters like below me and have been reaching out to Kevis, and now that they let go of my feet, I'm definitely kind of freaked out about that whole thing. Can I misty step out and up 30 feet?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I am going to angelic step out of the water, and as I do so, as I do so, there's like a chorus of angels that slightly, like real softly go, ah, like that, as I just poof up 30 feet over the water, or I guess 25 feet over the water since I was 5 feet down.
Okay, sounds good. And like your face is in the water, and it's got verbal components, so you speak them, and instead of the words coming out properly, it's more like. And you are 30 feet in the air and start to fall back towards the water.
Oop. Flapping.
Yep. Which is kind of odd. There's this bright sensation where like light appears and then just, and there's a little bit of a lingering light, and then from this angelic sound and these lingering lights, you see large demon wings open back up. It's a little bit of a strange juxtaposition of the two.
Guys, I think he died and angels brought him back.
Alright, cool. Glad to know you're alive, Moose.
I wouldn't go swimming, you guys. Maybe back up from that water.
Kevin's just sitting there panting.
Cool.
Good advice.
And some people are stuck here because somebody didn't pay attention to the raft. You lost your raft that you give up for your balloon.
Yeah.
Feywild owes me a balloon.
Hey, wow, that's a lot of stuff right now.
All right, and now it is Ovarius' turn.
Whose turn? Is it my turn?
Your turn.
Do. And we can't see anything in this water, right? This stick is just still here, or where's the light stick at?
Like sitting on the ground next to you.
I'd like to throw it into the water.
All right, yeah, you just chuck it into the water and it just kind of lands and then like bobs on top.
Damn it.
But the light does penetrate down maybe like 10 feet below, becomes fairly visible. And you begin to see a very thick muscled body, or densely muscled body frame that's rather thin, kind of like sliding its way up through the water towards the surface. And I will throw you guys a picture here in a moment.
Right. And then me
Nope,
throwing that in the water, was that my action?
I'll say that's like your free interaction with like a piece of equipment.
Okay. So I'm gonna fly a little bit. Like I'm just gonna launch myself in the air. Not that far though, only like 5-10 feet. And then I'd like to throw. Will a dart move through the water?
A dart doesn't have very much mass or speed, so it won't go. It'll go about maybe whatever the normal distance is, halved. So I think that's probably 10 feet.
Okay. And how far is this thing? He's 10 feet down.
He's about 10 feet down. Yeah, 10, 15. Yeah, because Kevis was 5. He was below that length of Kevis's body. His body. Yeah, at this point he's about 5 feet. He's about 10 feet from the surface.
He's about 10 feet from the surface. All right. So I float up. I'm gonna fly back down. So I'm just right above the surface, and I'm gonna try to throw my dart at him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Stupid.
No go. You throw the dart and it hits the water and immediately gets caught in like some sort of like aqua trajectory and just like reroutes itself and basically like sinks down instead of going or off to the side instead of going straight down.
Let me just mark that off. So that's 9 now instead of 10. And then I don't want to be right above the water because I don't want him to grapple me into the water. So I'm gonna fly at like 10 feet back up in there.
Okay, 10 feet back up. All right, sounds good. All right, and as you guys and it continues to slither its way up past the past the glowing branch, and it kind of comes out from the other side, just water running smoothly off of its repellent kind of reptilian and amphibious at the same time skin. You see essentially what is a large cobra head coming out of the water, thick neck muscles and just coming straight out. And there are 8 glowing eyes, 4 on both sides, and 1 large glowing eye here in the center. And a little forked tongue kind of like looked at you and a couple of times, and its mouth opens impossibly large with enormous fangs.
Hello.
And it looks at you and it looks up into the tree. Return us the prisoner.
What is that?
And said, "Return us the prisoner." Immediately after looking into the tree. All right, and he's going to move his hands and like put his hands out in front of him, and the 9 eyes seem to extend away from his head and float in space. And so Zarius and Bane are in the air above, but Eli, Pinky, and Kevis. He is casting a spell, and I need all 3 of you to make wisdom saving throws, please. And Kevis, I think this matters for you. It is a charm effect. So I think you have advantage on this.
Didn't do much better. Cool.
There you go, Pink.
Oh,
Natural 19.
Kevis!
Does anybody want to run Eli?
I don't think you want me
sure.
running in with my rolls.
I'll kill off 2 characters today if you run him. Okay.
Did he get a short rest? Because he has 1 hit point right now.
Eli?
I don't think
what
he
his
took one
feed
then.
says.
Yeah, he does have a short rest under him.
I wonder what kind of. Let's see. He's
Wait,
got
when did
probably.
he When did he lose off his hit points? Wait, what happened?
I think this is still remaining from the fight with the vines and the dead snake.
Okay, that would make more sense.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah. I forgot those almost killed some people.
Okay, and I'm doing his short rest right now. Okay, so he's back up to 16. Okay, so the eyes come out, and like they all seem to come out closed, and then they open at the same time, and a very blinding yellow and white light comes out, and Kevis and Eli, the two of them are immediately charmed. Their bodies go limp, and you have been affected by hypnotic pattern. You are charmed and incapacitated. Your speed is 0. You cannot take actions or reactions, and you cannot be. And you are charmed. You are friendly towards this creature. All right, and then it's going to come up and see that Pinky is the one that is not currently charmed, and that was its turn. Oh, actually, no, it wasn't.
Squeak.
You're not always very clear about stuff like this. Nope. Nope. That was its turn. Took its action to cast that spell. Okay. So Pinky, this snake thing is in your face, and it will stay there. Eli, it is his turn, and he is stupefied at the moment. And he does not get a saving option. So Eli is just sitting there and just like kind of like looking up and staring at things that you guys cannot see. Kevis, back to you. Same behavior. Kevis looking around. There's something interesting that he and Eli can see that you guys are unable to. So now it's back over to Pinky.
Oh my gosh. Dang it. Oh. Can I try to slap them out of their stupor or something?
Yes, you can.
Maybe I'll just stab you. I don't know what to do.
It's gonna feel like a fucking leaf hit me in the face.
Yes, you can. You can use your action to attempt to rouse them.
Yeah. Okay. It would do 1 point of damage, correct?
No, you're not intending to damage him. You're just shaking him and just getting him to snap out of it.
Yep, I'm gonna. Kev is first. Hey, okay. We could use you. Please come back.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and you can do so. You are in the space of this snake creature, but you just move around to the right side where Kevis came out, and you were still in melee range.
I'm gonna grab his head and start shaking it.
Your whole body is shaking his head. Yeah, and it works. Kevis, you are snapped out of it and no longer charmed.
Bonus action disengage, and I'm leaving.
Okay, you can do that. Bonus action disengage. And he kind of looks at you, and you move unexpectedly fast.
Yeah, I'm moving 30 feet up, or my full movement up in the air.
Okay, sounds good. Yep, that's 30 feet because, you can go. No, you've only got 30 feet movement speed. Yeah. You're flying as a fairy. You can. That's your bonus action. Disengage does not give you movement speed. You haven't used your movement yet, so you're able to go about 5 feet higher into the air.
Okay.
Or 25 feet higher up into the air.
That's good. That's all I want. I don't want to be near that thing. No thank
you. Okay, awesome. Bane, it is your turn.
I think I'm just gonna fire a firebolt at it from
Okay,
the
go for
air.
it.
And yeah, shoot a firebolt out from my fingertips.
All right, a 24 will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That is a 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay, it comes down and just burns off some of the scales on the backside, red and angerous.
As a bonus action, I'm going to consume 2 sorcery points to regain a spell slot.
Okay, sounds good.
I think that's how that works.
That is an option for it, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 79, and you took him down by 7.
Nice job.
Okay, all right, now we are over to Xerius.
Is anybody, so just because I'm not really sure where everybody's positioned at around him, is anybody in front of him or behind him so he can be flanked at all?
Yeah, so if this circle is where the tree roots are,
Okay.
Pink and Kevis are kind of like on this side. Eli is on this side, and he's on the center. So you, as a flyer, could go flank him from the back as you're hovering over the water behind him.
Okay, that's what I'd like to do.
Mhm.
And then I would
Okay,
like to stab him with my spear for my first attack.
Okay, sounds good.
And that would be with advantage because of the flanking, right?
That is correct.
All right. Duh.
Good thing
My
there's
God.
Thank
Oh,
goodness for
God.
advantage.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, roll your the 19 hits. Roll your damage.
Right, and it's two-handed. So, hold on one second. It's an arm strike, not a spear.
All right, jeez. Weird. It added them up together. Okay,
Yeah, really odd.
So 7 damage there.
Yep. And then I will use a key point, and then I will use. Wait, no. Before I do that, so I get the 1, and then I get another action for my second attack for my unarmed strike, and then I can use flurry of blows. Sorry, it's been 2 weeks, so I forgot. Okay,
Yep,
so
okay,
and then I'm going to use unarmed strike first,
Gotcha.
and this is still with advantage, right?
Still with advantage.
Awesome.
And the 14 is its armor class, so just barely hits there. So go ahead and roll your unarmed strike there. Okay, so 9 damage.
All right. And then I'm going to use a key point, and then I'm going to go with flurry of blows for 2 more attacks.
All right, go for it. Ooh. All right, the 26 will hit. So go ahead and deal damage on that one as well.
Ready.
Ooh, more max damage.
That's right.
All right.
Spicy.
Coming in weak with the spear, but mighty with the talons.
Right. And then so I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to fly behind him.
Okay, you kind of stab him in the opposite shoulder from where Moose burned him, and then just essentially take both your talons and rake down his back, leave long bloody trails in the back of him. All right. Next up is his turn. All right. And
Terrified.
yeah, and you look behind, and Oh, sorry. You see him kind of turn around, and he looks at you, Zarius, and that large fanged mouth once more opens up, and his clawed hand come up, and it extends with these vicious-looking claws, and he goes for a bite on you and a swipe with his claws.
Alrighty.
Okay, so the first attack will that's kind of cocked. That is a 13 to hit.
That misses.
All right. So the claw goes wide, and he comes in with his big old fanged bite for an 11.
That also misses.
That also misses. Yep. Okay. He's going to like, you see the hood on his head kind of like collapse down and become a little bit more streamlined, and he goes and dives directly into the water. He will provoke attacks of opportunity from Kevis, Zarius, and Pinky all
Really?
together.
I thought I was.
Oh no, you're in the air, so not Pinky.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but Eli? No, Eli's charmed.
Nope. Yep. Eli's having a time. He's dancing.
Eli's like-
following the butterflies.
Leave the
Eli's
guy
pretty
alone.
happy.
He's not so bad, guys. Leave him alone.
Did you say Morgan Kevis gets a attack?
Yeah, you can attack. You're uncharmed and whatnot.
I'm pissed off.
Pissed off, yeah. Pissed off, scared.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Oh,
There you go. Okay. Zarius, your turn.
Oh yeah, that's right.
18 will hit. Okay, so roll ahead. Go ahead and roll both of your damages. Kevis, roll your dice, double the dice, and then add your modifier.
Double dice 6 plus 4.
6 plus 4 for a total of 10.
Yep, mine was a total of 10.
10 and 10. Sheesh, guys. All right. Kevis, you slice deep into the back of his leg as he's diving in. You hear an angry hiss as he dives in, starts swimming away, but kind of at a slower pace than you were expecting him to. And with the bobbing light still in the water, he dives about 10 feet down, 15 feet down into the water, just past where the water seems to be glowing. Okay, now it is his turn. He's still just like touching things, like he's popping bubbles.
oh, Eli.
Okay, Kevis, back up to you at top.
So I can't. So I watched him dive back into the water. Can I still see him a little bit?
Give me a perception. You can spend your turn to perception check and try to look for him. If you wanna attack him, it's basically like being blinded, which is at a disadvantage.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out the fucking longbow and fire because Kevis is pissed after dealing with him.
Okay, are you dropping your sword?
I would sheath them. Well,
that
would be an action. Wait.
Oh, you no, but you have dual wielding, right? That's your feat, I think, which gives you the ability to basically sheath and draw at the same. You're like you get an extra version of sheath draw. So yeah, you can sheath the one short sword you have and draw your longbow at the same time.
Yeah, so I'll do that and then attack at disadvantage.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
No.
No way. You launch and fire and kind of glides through the water with the bubble, like a line of bubbles trailing it. You're not sure. It just kind of goes into the water. You lose track of where it goes. Not quite sure if it hits or not.
And then is it my action to like wake Eli out of a charm or no?
It is a full action, which you just used.
So then I will get away from the water.
Okay, so you'll back up 5 feet kind of to the trunk of the tree instead of the edge of the water?
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Pinky, then Bane.
No, I guess I might fly back down and try shaking Eli.
Guys,
Seem to work on Kevin, so it might work
virtually
again.
you do the same thing. You fly down and just you kind of grab him by the head, just back and forth. Your wings just going.
Yeah.
And yeah, you shake up with Eli. What are you doing? That was pretty.
There's a snake. We're fighting. Welcome back.
Pinky, what the fuck? What have I told you about snakes? Stop fighting dead snakes.
You just.
He basically doesn't believe you just because it's you and snakes and history.
Yeah. Just gonna end her turn right there.
All right, Bane, you're up. Or you could use Africa or South America. It doesn't have to be Europe.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing much to do. The thing's kind of out of sight. I'll just kind of hold an attack in case it pops up out of the water somewhere.
Okay,
just
sounds good.
Maybe yell down, "Is everybody okay?"
All right, what are you holding?
Firebolt.
Firebolts. Okay, sounds good. What's the range on that?
120 feet.
120. Cool. Just checking. Sweet. Bane is holding his action. Zarius, your turn.
Okay, and this thing was under the water?
Yep.
I'd like to use my turn to use perception to see exactly where it's at.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception. Yeah, it's a high DC, but it's not at disadvantage because you do have a light source branch.
All right.
Hey, Morgan, I have a question after his turn.
Shit. Mm-hmm. You can kind of narrow it down to maybe a 10-15 foot radius, just based on the way that it traveled and how fast it was moving, and a little bit of blood trail. But you're not sure. It's kind of like you turn back behind you and kind of go to the left a little bit, somewhere in that radius right there.
All right, I'd like to fly over there within 15 feet in that direction.
Okay, sounds good. It's about
10 feet above the water.
Okay, 5-10 feet above the water, about 15 feet back. Cool.
It's my
Anything
turn.
else? All right,
That's it.
All right. Okay, he's gonna. Okay, now the monster's turn. Kevis, what's up?
If you're concentrating on a spell and then you get charmed, does that concentration drop?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Well, yes. It with this kind of charm, it would because because it's kind of a stupefying thing. It's hypnotic pattern. You kind of lose yourself for a minute. You wouldn't be retaining that. And also, you used your Zephyr Strike already, so so you have concentration on it. You can use it for anywhere up to a minute.
Right.
But once you use the effect, then it's expended, and you're no longer concentrating.
Yeah, just want to make sure on
that. Some concentration effects don't last for the full duration. It's more like you have the option of that for the full duration.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Now its turn. It swims a bit further away, and then you see it reemerge about 45 feet away from you, and pops back up. Moose, from your perspective, roll D100 for me. You are looking for it, but there is a chance that it emerges in a place that you can't see.
48.
48. Okay. Yep, that's good. Better than the threshold. So you do see it. So it kind of pops up. It's kind of like tucked into some roots, like on a tree, kind of on the opposite side of the riverway that you were at. Go ahead and roll your strike.
26 hit.
26 does hit. Nice. Go ahead and roll that damage.
4.
4 more fire damage. All right. Okay. So you hit it and it kind of sears across the face.
Over there.
Yep. And all right. It's gonna look at you all. Sorry, just a second. Reading a thing. Okay. It's going to look over at Zarius and move its hands and throw its hands out, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right, saving throw, wisdom saving throw.
A 13. All right, that is exactly what you needed. You feel this alien reptilian presence just pressuring inside of your mind. Your eyes go dark as it kind of builds and builds and builds and builds, and you have a little bit of a monk memory come back to you. Your master over and over and over again, when you were frustrated, when you were fidgety, telling you to sit and be calm and try to find a way to organize the chaos around you. And it's a memory you haven't had in a long time. You certainly haven't been calm or been able to sit still for a while.
Yeah.
But in this moment, that memory helps you push it off, and you break free of the spell that is coming around you. And the snake hisses angrily and dives back on water.
Funny.
Okay, and then we are over to Eli.
I think that Eli, he snapped out of it, right?
Yes, he did.
I guess he would get in on some of this guiding bolt action. He saw Bane shoot one off under the water and thought, oh, yeah, that looks like a good idea now.
Okay, nice.
So that is... crappers.
Nope, does not work. So he shoots one off. He's way off. He's like, yeah, ha! Just not even really like thinking it before he does so. Okay, back up to the top with Kevis.
Kevis will take another shot with his bow.
All right.
$18.
18. And this is at disadvantage because it is you don't have an idea of where he exactly is.
I don't hit.
No. This time just as the shaft like embeds itself into a branch across the way. Or a root near to where he like disappeared last time.
He would just probably at that point just gonna stay where I am and then just keep a lookout for anything else that might join the fray.
Okay, sounds good. Pinky, you are up.
I guess I'm gonna up my bow and
Say that again. You're a little quiet. Like your mic's not very close.
Yes, we're just gonna throw a short bow bolt at it.
Okay, you grab your short bow and send it out. Okay, go ahead and roll your attack at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, I hate snakes.
Sure don't like you.
Sure don't like me.
All right. Your arrow goes. It's a shorter version, about a few inches away from where Kevis planted his.
We got closer. Maybe.
Yep.
This thing is slippery.
All right, Bane, you're up. Then Zarius.
I cast a bane on you.
Do you have to be able to see a creature to do that? That you can see within the range, yes.
I can see within range, yeah. I don't see
it. Because of your proximity and your height in the air, go ahead and roll me a perception check. This is not your turn. You're not spending your turn to perceive. I'm just seeing if you kept track of it up until now.
12.
Okay, and I'll do that against my stealth roll. Let's see who wins. You do not currently see it. As soon as it went under the water, went down about 5 feet, and you lost it in the dark.
Did I not try to bane it since I couldn't see it, or did I just like bane the water?
You would know that you can't cast the spell unless you can see it. So I'm good with you if you want to, like, if you were thinking about it and you're like, shit, I can't hit it with bane if I can't see it.
Okay.
So you can do something else.
Then I will hold my attack to shoot a firebolt, I guess, again. Or no, I guess I would just wait. I will wait to cast Bane when I see it. I'll hold a Bane.
Sounds good. All right, and then you're up. Then the Snake Man.
What was that?
You are up, Mister.
Oh, okay. I thought you said the Snake Man, so I wasn't sure. Let's see. And I can't see him because he's underwater, right? That was what it was.
Yep. That is true. You can spend your turn to, because you've got, I'll give you the same deal that I gave to Moose. You're hovering a bit above the water, so you have a better vantage point. Go ahead and roll a perception. Just shy of where his stealth roll ended up. You do not know where he is.
So if I do try to attack him, it would be with disadvantage. It would be like being blind, right?
Exactly.
All right, I'm still gonna try to attack him with my spear.
Okay, so to do that, you would have to essentially like fly about 30 feet back to where he appeared before, where Bane shot him with the firebolt before he disappeared
That's
again,
perfectly fine.
and you would like
That's
stab
perfectly
into
fine.
the water. Okay.
All right, that worked. So 30 feet. So I still got plenty of movement. So it's all right. All right, and I will try with my spear. So there's one, and there's the other one.
Okay, the 13 does not hit. Armor class of 14. You're stabbing around. You see something moving, and you're not able to pinpoint this guy.
All right.
This is so frustrating.
All right, so I'm gonna use my bonus action, and I'm gonna. No, actually, I'm not because I'm not going in the water. Never mind. I'm just going to fly back up about 10 feet. Well, my unarmed strike is only 5 feet, so.
Yeah, you can still use your spear as your bonus attack, I think. Yeah, because it's a monk weapon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, then I will actually attack him again then.
Okay, go ahead.
Disadvantage.
Okay. The 15 will hit. So go ahead and roll your strike. 7 points that time.
Right, so I will stab him with it, and then I will fly 10 feet back up in the air out of his range.
Okay, sounds good. Just 10 feet straight up. You do have 30 feet more if you want to do something else with it. You could stay, you can do whatever. I'm just making sure I understand.
Yeah, just 10 feet straight up away from him, off the water.
Okay, right on. All right, now it is his turn. And he does pop up right below you where you stabbed him. And Moose, go ahead and cast Bane. Is there a save or an attack or anything on that?
It's a charisma saving throw.
Yep.
Charisma saving throw. Okay. All right. Okay. As you send your mind out to try to bane this guy, you kind of see the magic like ripple off of him, like it doesn't quite want to stick, like you're having a hard time finding purchase on it, and he does succeed the save. Okay, and now he's going to kind of look up, and he looks kind of between Pinky and Kevis and Eli and Moose, kind of like into the empty space there, and those 9 eyes once more just expand out in a 30-foot cube, which Moose, you are 30 feet up, but it should be able to encompass all 4 of you. I need everybody except for Zarius, who flew away, to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, guys.
Is this one advantage again?
That's
for me?
that one.
Oh boy.
Okay.
We are all scooped.
Yeah, Eli has advantage on wisdom saving throws, but I still don't know if he made it there.
Oh, he does have advantage? Nice. Okay. Moose fails, Pinky fails. Eli and Kevis, you both succeed.
Yay.
All right, so the 2 flyers are suddenly just kind of like lackadaisical and like kind of their bodies get limp and they start staring around.
I'm gonna.
Do we fall out of the air?
Your speed's you're just staying where you are is all.
Okay.
Would a 12 do it?
It will not.
Damn it. Okay.
Yep. This guy's spell DC is 13. Okay, and
Moose
then he.
didn't know that, but he just did a thing. He just kind of looked up, but nothing happened.
All right. I start staring at this guy when everybody else is like staring at the ground. Okay, and the Snake Man disappears and swims underneath the water somewhere. All right, and we are back to Eli, who is not seeing pretty things this time.
Yep. But the only one on the ground with Eli is Kevis, and Kevis is not also charmed, right?
Yeah, so Pinky, I think you're still in the air, and Moose is still in the air. So you guys can't really reach them.
He'll still say something like, "Snap out of it, guys!" And he would bless them.
Oh.
Okay.
Bless.
All right.
Is that a good idea? Is that just...
Bless works.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So he can bless 3 creatures, so he'll bless the flyers.
What's the range on it?
30 feet.
30 feet. Zarius is further than 30 feet away from Eli.
Okay, so Kevis, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Kevis. Oh, yeah, that's too many.
Okay, so Kevis, Moose, and Pinky are all blessed.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good there. Okay, back up to the top. Kevis.
How far? Pinky's flying, but how far away is she from me or Kevis and Eli?
I think she's about 20 feet above you.
So we're not over water.
Because I did fly back down to shake Eli, but I didn't ever move.
Oh, that is a good point. So, Eli, do you want to keep the bless, or do you want to have Eli shake Pinky out of it?
Good point. No, we probably would try to shake Pinky out of it. I think more non-charmed people is better than blessed people.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so Pinky is no longer charmed. Now to Kevis.
Shit. Both Moose and Zarius are flying over the water, right?
Yeah.
Eli would have punched Pinky, by the way, to like.
What?
Wake up!
Slap!
He's got a -3 on strength. It doesn't hurt, but you notice it. I'm pretty sure to wake up.
He's been going around punching people.
How high up was the tree that we left? What's his name up in?
Sir Galavar.
Yeah, is it like 20 feet up?
Galavar!
Is that tree
But
like?
you're not planning on sacrificing him now, are you, Kip?
He's up there. He's like, I really do not enjoy the presence of snakes.
So, I really didn't want to use this. He's gonna pull out his bag of pixie dust that he got from the carnival. He's gonna sprinkle it on himself, and he's going straight up to him, and he's going to hold some sort of action if that snake gets close to him.
Okay, what kind of action are you holding?
Sword.
Okay, so just looking to hold your melee strike if the snake gets up there.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I can hold besides that, or a bow, or like a shot with the bow, but that would be dumb.
Yeah, you can also hold spells and stuff. Okay, yeah. Cool. All right, over to Pinky, who is no longer charmed.
Well, cool. We know where the snake is?
Nope.
No, we don't
you can look for him.
I will look. I will take a look-see. Is this at disadvantage?
It is at disadvantage because of the darkness in the water.
Okay, cool. I will take a look-see. Not expecting to see much.
You are or this guy is Trixie
Boy
Hobbs.
is gone. Pinky's like, okay, he's gone. We're flying all the way back up.
Yep. All right, Bane, you are spending your turn looking at the heavens, noticing that those stars look like eyeballs. Okay, and then we're over to Zarius.
All right. So I'm still flying above the water, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm doing. So I would like. So last time you let me use perception to see if I could see him and not as a perception on my turn. Can I still do that or no?
Yeah, you can kind of like he tried to make a stealth roll, and you can like attempt to counter that and like basically track him.
Okay, that's what I would like to try to do to see if I can stab him again. Alrighty.
No. You saw that guy like move a little bit, and then you completely lost him. Like he jerked away, and then like suddenly he was just not even close to being there. So you would have to guess right at random spots to try to hit him.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my action, and I'm going to hold an attack action to attack him with my spear whenever I see him pop up within 70 feet of me.
Okay, you can hold your movement plus your attack. It can only be like your action portion. So he would have to pop up within melee range of you in order for you to be able to get him.
Within melee range of me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
Which is what, 20 feet? Yeah. Or I could throw it, I guess, so it's 60 feet, right? Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if you're going to throw it, yeah, it has longer space.
Okay. Yep, I'm just going to hold my attack action until I see him pop up. Okay,
sounds good. The moose is in the air, Pinky flies up in the air, Kevis is in the tree, Zarius is over here. Eli is all alone. And there is a fast ripple through the water. And it kind of breaks the surface, and like he flies over at Eli, and the large fanged hood is open. And he goes for an attack. Oh man, does not do well. That is an 11. And kind of like slams into him, but he's just like getting his forearms, and he can't get himself through the armor itself. And that'll be a 24 to hit on that one.
That one would hit.
So the large fangs come down and bite into his shoulder and kind of on his hip. And as they do, so first of all, let me do damage for that. Where's the right dice?
Guys. Oh no.
So that is 3 points of piercing damage and 8 points of poison damage. As well as the poison gets into Eli's system and busts in, there is an immediate mental reaction to Eli, and you see like he kind of flashes and just sees like this dark void with white fangs just like crushing reality around him, and it starts to like crush his mind in turn. And he takes an additional...
Oh, shit.
Jeez.
Where's my last dice? I don't know. I'm missing... Oh, there it is. He takes an additional 13 points of psychic damage.
Yeah, he's down.
All right. And you see him like kind of wrench his jaws and like kind of like hangs loosely, and he kind of flicks his head and it locks back up and solidifies underneath him. And you see some of the wounds on him starting to stitch up. And he's going to use the last of his movements to dive back into the water and swim away again.
And when he popped up, how far away from me was he? When he attacked Eli?
So you were where he popped up before, which was 45 feet away.
Okay.
And then he, so he's about 45 feet away from you. Between the movement of last turn and this turn. What's your range on your throwing spear?
It's 60 feet.
Okay, so prior to all of that, you can throw your spear.
All right, I'm going to throw my spear.
All right.
Alrighty, let's hope it hits.
23. Okay, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Okay. 11. You actually like pierce him like straight through the shoulder, and his arm goes limp. And it's as like that's why his first attack on Eli fails. Is like he comes up and like looks like he's gonna like grab Eli and like force him to the ground, but suddenly like gets pierced and it drops. And like his tactic fails, and he ends up just kind of like gnawing at him awkwardly. But he rips the spear out, throws it on the floor, and goes again for Eli and gets him, and knocks him out. And he is looking real bad hurt. And then after that, some of his wounds stitch back together, and the arm kind of like the hole closes mostly.
Alrighty. This best.
Okay. And he dives back into the water, and seemingly disappears again. And we are back to, and now it is Eli's turn, actually.
Eli's going to make a death save.
Yes, he is.
You should probably roll those d20s.
All right.
Why? You not feeling too confident in those rolls?
No. I'm not going to roll somebody else's death saves. That's too much.
That's a 15. That's a save. Eli's dense blood is doing a good job of like starting to already stitch back some of itself. Then back up to the top, Kevis.
I'm still flying from the pixie dust. So
Yes, you are. What color is your pixie sparkle?
green.
Pink. No.
So Kevis is gonna look back towards the cage, look down at Eli, and he's just gonna shoot down the Eli and try to stabilize him.
Okay. Roll a medicine check.
17.
17. Okay. He has now 2 successes.
Yay.
Okay.
So much less stressful than last time.
That's your action. And then Pinky, yours. Your go.
Oh, gosh. Can I ready an action to shoot this if I see it come back up? Do I need to make a perception roll too? Okay.
You can try to shoot it right now, or you can ready an action until you see it clearly.
I'm gonna ready an action until I can see it clearly.
Okay, sounds good. Bane is still looking at the stars.
Okay.
Because nobody's woken him up yet.
Serious. I forgot about Bane up there.
It's your turn. Your spear is 45 feet away from you on the ground next to Eli's body.
Okay, so how far away is Bane from me?
I got to do triangle math. He's probably 45 feet, maybe like 35 feet away, and then up in the air another 30. So if you do a diagonal, that's, I don't know, 65 feet, 70 feet.
All right. Well, 65 or 70, that's what my flying speed is. So I'm going to go up and then I'm going to shake him.
Okay,
I'll
sounds
fly
good.
up to him and shake him.
Huh? What? Do you see these stars?
I look up.
Oh, pretty good, huh?
Yeah, they're pretty nice. Thanks, man. I really needed that.
You guys are in a mortal fight, and you're just like, hey, check these out. These are pretty. All right. Now it is the creature's turn, and it is going to do a thing, but I'm having a brain moment and need to look at something. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's going to come out. It's going to look at y'all. Okay. Everybody else that Kevis, you're paying it. No, nobody's paying attention to this thing except for Pinky. And Pinky's the only one that would even remotely notice it either. It comes out of the water a ways away, and you see the water just barely break, and its eyes come open, and you recognize that it's it. You can take your attack.
Is this a disadvantage or?
No, this is a straight roll because you guys do still have a light source, and it is within the light source radius.
Let's see if I actually hit it though. Don't get too excited.
19 does hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Ignore sneak attack. I don't think I have sneak attack. Just 8.
You do not have sneak attack this time, so it's just a straight 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it goes out and just like juts into it. The feather is sticking out and it's like in the head crenellation, and it and it looks up at you and it like does some motions with its hands. And it looks like it breaks something angrily. Pinky, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. See if it goes through. There we go.
15. Okay. Kind of a similar experience to what Zarius had. Not that you would know that. And you feel this pressure come in and then it dissipates. And it hisses angrily and goes back under the water out of sight.
How odd. How confusing.
Yeah, it was strange. It was like this sensation of like just darkness, just pressuring. And then you're able to kind of like shake it off and get out of there.
Oh.
All right, and now we are back up at the top with Kevis. Nope, we are at Eli's turn. And I will roll another save for him. All right, this time, Kevis, you're there. This is strange to like. Okay, you're decently trained in medicine, and you start helping him, and you just notice that, like, his blood is black, and it doesn't flow so much like blood. It's more like it's it ripples out more like molasses. And this one, there's like kind of a gout, and like it's more like just a surge of like one of the big fang bites in his top shoulder. Just, and he starts looking not so good. So that is 2 successes, 1 failure. All right, and we will go back up to Kevis at the top.
So if I do another medicine check, I can't hold my action for the next time I see him come up?
That is correct.
Okay. Kevis would probably focus on Eli. I'll roll a medicine check.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your check. No good. All of a sudden, his blood starts coming up, and you're like, "Geez, I don't know how to stop this." It flows like past your fingers. It's like it comes up more forcefully than blood should. So it doesn't hurt him, but you are not able to help him along. Pinky, your turn.
I'm just going to ready another action to shoot him if I see him come up.
Okay, sounds good. Bane.
I see Kevis struggling with Eli down there. So I'm going to fly down so I'm about 5 feet off the ground. And bonus action, say, "Get up, little man," and heal him for 6.
Okay. He comes back at 6.
And then for my action, I am going to turn around and look back out at the water and hold a firebolt.
Oh, for your okay, sounds good. All right. Then we're over to Zarius.
All right. And how far am I away from where my spear is at?
About 30 feet up.
Okay. So I'd like to fly down, pick up my spear,
Okay, cool.
and then I'd like to fly back up in there.
Okay, cool. So you return 30 feet in the air with your spear. Awesome.
And then is picking that up my action, right?
That would be your free like equipment interaction.
Okay. Then what I would like to do is I just like to hold my attack until I see him pop up.
All right, sounds good. So for Pinky, Bane, and Zarius, all 3 of you holding your attacks, I need perception checks from each one of you.
Disadvantage or normal?
Disadvantage, yep.
At 20!
With a disadvantage.
All right. Yeah, but
with disadvantage? Did I
with
roll one?
disadvantage. Yeah, that was just
Okay.
one.
There we go.
Still
14.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right. So is that all of them? Yep. Okay, so we got a 5, a 14, and a 19. Okay. Okay. You guys are all looking around, looking down at the water, scanning for anything that looks like movement or a disturbance in the rippling effect of the surface. And Kevis. All of a sudden, a familiar sensation around your ankle returns. And you look down, and there was a clawed hand reaching up out underneath from underneath the vine or the roots of the tree itself. A gap where a large slithering body comes out and sinks its fangs into your back.
Yes.
With does a 19 hit?
Yep.
No.
Okay, it had perfect sneak attack on you. And it got a nat 20 on its stealth roll. So even Pinky's 19 did not find it. Okay. So first of all, the bite comes in. That is 7 piercing damage, along with 8 poison damage.
Kevis is down.
As well as 19 psychic damage.
Wait, what? Kevin?
Again,
Are you dead?
as he is bit and it bites into his back, the same experience that Eli had, crushing his mental world deeper and deeper and deeper, until Kevis's mind gives up and he is on the ground. He's still alive?
What's the rule on that?
If you go negative, you're full HP.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my gosh.
It missed me by 1.
Oh boy.
Oh
no! Okay.
Damn.
That's crazy.
That's rough.
All right.
Wrecking our crew.
And once again, slinking into the waters. It slinks back down. It only as you see some of its body stitching back together once more.
This is the same one, right, Morgan?
No.
This isn't a different one.
It's as you continue to see it show up and whatnot, it does appear to be consistent with its markings of battle.
Okay.
This is bad. This is bad.
All right. Now over to Eli for his potentially final death save.
Oh, he got healed up.
He's back up.
You got healed up. Okay, Eli has a turn.
He's standing.
You got 6 hit points.
He saw right next to him what happened to Kevis there just get absolutely crunched. And so as a bonus action to start with, he's going to call down a healing light. For max healing of, I guess, is it just 6? No, I'll do 2 of those. No, that's fine. 6 is, no, he'll do 2 of those. Let's see. One more. There we go, 8. So you're back up with 8 points of hell from almost just beyond the grave there.
My nerves are frayed.
And then as an action, guess he's going to hold. Yeah, he'll hold his action to fire a to toll the dead on the thing if it comes up.
Gotcha. Okay. We are back up to Kevis. You are healed, but your world is pain. You are well enough to be alive, but especially the lingering effects of the mind crunch that it
Just
afflicted onto
ignore
you.
that. Not sure why that
Who
happened.
the hell is Alice Lockhart?
That
I
is
don't know.
definitely my other character that I was rolling on to see.
Nice. Okay.
Not sure why
so,
he showed up here though.
Yep. So,
He's
Kevis,
just
you are
coming in to
going.
give you a look.
Like you are able to function, but only barely.
I want to blow this spell. Ugh. Fuck it. Familiar sight to actually nobody because no one was in the tower with me when that happened. But I guess Eli's next to me, right?
Yeah.
Eli would start to see some wind pick up, leaves start shifting around, and more of just Kevis hands on both of his swords. It's weird because you see him very calm, but around him the wind begins to pick up drastically. And I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike, and then I'm gonna, as a bonus action, and then hold for my action the minute that I can hit this snake.
Sounds good. Are you okay? And you can activate the spell with both melee and ranged. What version are you kind of going with? If it comes in melee range, are you going to get it, or are you going to shoot it from afar?
I guarantee. Fuck it. Let's just get the bow. He's
Okay.
been going distance, so I guess. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, Pinky, over to you.
Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. This is too much stress. Gosh. I guess I'm just gonna ready another action. If I see it, I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay, sounds good. Pinky's doing a thing. Bane.
I'm doing the same thing. Expecting different results.
Yeah, I think Bane is gonna hold a firebolt until he
Okay.
sees it.
Holding. Zarius, how about you?
All right, so I had picked up my spear and went 35 feet back up in the air, so I'm above the water again. So I'd like to take a look around and see if I can find him.
Okay. Roll perception check.
Nope.
No, you were just shocked that you saw this thing basically fit half of Kevis's body inside of its mouth as it unlocked its jaw and then released him, and you're just kind of shocked that your friend didn't just he starts to stand up and this wind spell happens. You're like, how the fuck did he survive that?
Right. And
you
then
are very suspected.
And that was my turn, correct?
On this one,
yeah.
Yes, kind of because the way that the last turn happened.
Yep, no worries.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, now it's his turn. And see, he pops out. And Zarius, you do not see him. Pinky and Bane, give me perception checks.
Would I as well or no?
Oh yeah, for you too.
It's disadvantage still.
Yeah, technically it is disadvantage because he's in the water. That's the going theme.
20 with a disadvantage.
Oh!
I want this fucking snake dead. I'm over him.
Dirty 20 for Kevis. A 1 for Moose.
I nat 20'd and then won.
Nice job.
Wow. Nice.
I shouldn't have
Okay.
said anything because my first roll would have been a nat 22. I should have just.
All right, so Moose is staring at the zombie that is Kevis, just like everybody else.
I have dark vision. Does that matter at all?
Yeah, it would matter. Okay. Yeah, you get just a straight roll, so you're nat 20. And he also rolled like ass. So you see him like directly swimming away from the from where he attacked Kevis, and like down into the water and like trying to circle back around the backside of the tree. So Moose and Pinky and Kevis, you can all take a strike or take your long distance strike at him. He is in the water, so he's a little bit harder to hit, but you are welcome to take the strike.
Morgan, do you know if on attack rolls it adds on your proficiency bonus for items?
It should.
Okay.
Yeah.
With Zephyr Strike, do I still get advantage? Since I have that.
Yes, you do. Mm-hmm. Okay. Bane's Firebolt. It goes down, doesn't hit, but it does illuminate the body. Pinky, you use that illumination. Yours, the two arrows, one after another. Go ahead and roll your strikes, your damage, guys.
Eli had been holding on.
It's just 10.
Toll the Dead also there. Did he?
You're right. Yeah, go ahead and roll his perception. And that is at disadvantage. I'm pretty sure. I don't think Eli had vision.
No.
He does not.
Morgan, am I able to do, since I hit him, the favored foe?
You could, yeah.
So I'm just going to pump everything.
Okay, so let's take this. Let's take this one thing at a time. Okay, Pinky, short bow damage. That is 10. All right. The arrow shaft goes in, kind of hits him, and you see almost like a shark fin now. The shaft of this arrow sticking out of the back, just like kind of moving it through the water, just cutting it in the wake. Kevis, what are you doing there? Okay, so Kevis, describe your kill.
Thank fucking God. Where is he at right now?
So here's the tree, and he was basically like swimming around the backside to lose the cover of it.
Okay. So
or lose your attention. He was trying to cut around the back, but he rolled terribly, and you guys all rolled really high.
You guys see Kevis. It was weird because as he's had the arrow knocked, he's not looking up. He's silent. The second that he hears the noise, he looks up, no motion, aims straight, right between the eyes, and lets the arrow fly. No motion whatsoever. As soon as he releases that string, he's like a statue staring at it as it hits him square in the eyes, between the eyes.
All right. His back is turned to you, okay. So like the opposite side of his face, he's facing away from you as he's trying to like run around. However, Kevis, stone cold, absolute confidence in his movements. Just stares at it. This wind-tangled arrow flies through the wall, lands on the back of this thing's skull, bursts through the front of the central eye in the center, and there is a loud concussion, like somebody just launched a very large air cannon into the water. Not only does it actually hit, but it actually blows the water out on the side, and the pressure snaps the neck forward. The body goes flying, tail over front, and just like goes and crashes into the roots and like flops up onto the bank on the other side, utterly still.
Just under his breath, I fucking hate snakes.
Nice shot.
I think at that point, Kevis would just walk over to the tree and just slunch down.
Yeah.
I'd actually like to fly over to the dead body and just observe it as it dies.
No more snakes. Pinky's going back into the tree and sitting down next to Sir Talavar. Just like I need just one day of no snakes.
All right, and you go over there and look at it, and you get a still view of its long snake-like body, all just contorted from the on force that Kevis just released on it. Oh, and I think my dog locked himself in the bathroom.
Oh.
1 sec. Come on, doofus.
Just wanted some privacy.
Fortunately, he can't handle the opposite version. Opening is tough.
Right.
It's always a tricky part.
Then after the life dissipates from his body and I'm done looking at it, I'd like to fly up in the air and look to see if I can see the raft anywhere.
Oh yeah, our
I
raft.
forgot about that.
All right, and okay. And as you kind of stare at it, there is something strange that begins to happen. The body begins to decompose. Slowly at first, and then very rapidly. And as you stare at it, bodily gases coming up, and the stench decay hits your bird nostrils immediately. And it only takes about a minute, but you can see it in rapid fashion. Just kind of bloats up at first, and then deflates. And it some of its fingers crackling and like kind of tightening from rigor, and then it releases after just a couple of seconds, and it just decays into a bloody brown liquid mush around the flexible bones of the snake inside.
Guys, I don't think that's normally what happens when you die.
I mean, you're
He
probably
melted
right.
into sludge.
Why don't you guys all maybe get back up here? And Kevis, what were you doing in the water?
Maybe don't go swimming from now on, guy. Maybe that's just not your thing.
Remember the eyes that I talked about that nobody said
And
were a
see,
problem? And I want to look at Eli.
This is why.
You said they weren't an issue.
And
Also,
clearly they're not anymore. I don't know what your fucking problem is.
So the
Did you
eyes
go
pushed
one-
you in the water?
Yeah, I think your own paranoia put you in this situation. If you had just left it be, relaxed, I don't know and you hadn't gone swimming in the water for whatever reason, you would be fine. You'd be fine. You wouldn't have gone for a dip.
I told yes. I leaped 20 feet off the tree into the water that I can't see, then leaving the rest of you to sleep unwatched.
Yeah, we're not
I'm
sure why
getting
you
up in
did
the
that.
tree.
Yeah, why did you do that? Because the eyes told you to?
I go back.
The eyes have it.
Don't listen to the eyes anymore, Kevis.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss. I won't. Next time I see eyes, I won't say anything, and I will let it kill us all. Also,
I mean,
side note, Eli, we've had this discussion, and I'm just gonna say it bluntly. What the fuck are you? Because you don't bleed normal. What was that?
I take that as a personal slight that you don't like my blood.
Is it blood? Because, and Kevin's gonna find, he's probably got some sort of cut or something and probably still bleeding. He's gonna point, this is blood.
Yeah, that's my. Oh, you said you were pointing to yourself?
Yeah, to myself, bleeding.
Oh, okay.
I would imagine I'm bleeding somewhere.
Yeah, that's blood. What about it?
This is normal blood. I would imagine everyone here has that. Quickly takes a look at everyone, realizes the group is very unique. Yours is not.
You don't know. I could have pink, sparkly blood.
It's still probably more liquidy than the syrup that is currently in his body.
The syrup?
Well, it's makes me tough.
I could really
I
go
don't know
for
what you want me to say.
Didn't you say it started like healing him? This is out game, Morgan.
It does appear that it has some sort of some version of a longevitous effect on his body.
Oh, son of a bitch. He's got some of this blood on the ground.
Yeah, or is it on me? Because I was doing the medicine check?
Yeah, some of it.
Yeah, but I have a vial. I'm gonna need some of that blood.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
guys.
it
I wouldn't recommend that. You can't. Don't use it on yourself.
is it doing anything to me right now?
Nope.
Okay. He just starts to wipe it off after Eli
That
says
is the appropriate response.
that. So do you want to explain what it is?
Well, it is a thing, and no.
Is it blood?
Is it going to be a problem for us?
Probably not. I don't really know.
Kevis just gets
Have
down.
you-
Kevis gets down like to his level and just looks at him. Doesn't say
Up
anything.
from the trees. Have you always had this weird blood?
Basically.
Okay, so it's a normal thing for him.
Yeah. I'm normal. I'm
Uh,
completely normal, guys. There's nothing weird
Nobody in
about
this group is normal. I am an elf with antlers.
And might
Sounds
I
like a
add
personal
that
problem.
we've seen Oberon and
I'm normal.
Oberon's a whole other discussion. This focuses on Eli right now.
Oh, you brought that back up yourself. Don't think I haven't forgotten you name dropping.
All right, let's do this then. Why don't we all get in the tree? And some of us obviously have some secrets, and we're in a group. So I feel like maybe let's play a game. Pinky, I think you like
What?
games, right? Why don't we
But
why
I mean,
don't we just decide to get to know each other a little bit, and everyone can ask one question to one person, and you can answer it
Is this
truthfully. You don't have to.
is this like a two lies and a truth?
Sure.
Oh,
All right, I'm in.
I'm good with those. I think.
Moose, put me in the tree again, please.
I
Yeah,
got no
okay.
secrets, guys.
All right, guys.
I'm just wrapped.
We're definitely late for it, but let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break, and we'll come up and play Truth or Dare for our last hour.
All right, sounds good. See you guys in a minute.
So yeah.
See ya. Yep, you guys gather yourselves up in the tree, and what do you want to do?
All right, well, Kevin, since this was your idea,
God
I
damn
guess
it.
you can start with the question.
Yeah, or we can start firing questions at you. Which would you prefer?
We could do hot seat. Everyone can ask one question to the person. Go on circle.
All right.
Pinky, you want to start since you?
I was like, Pinky, I'm sure you got some questions for him.
I want to hear some of your guys' questions first. See if I see what teeth you guys pull, and then.
Eli, why don't you kick us off? Since you're so vocal.
Eli's not here. Eli doesn't get to start.
All right, fair. Moose,
These
what
are
about
ones that
you?
I have questions for. Here we go.
You have a list?
Oh, he's been making a list for questions?
Where's a list?
I don't know. I thought I saw someone had a list.
I thought I heard something about, let me get my list.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there was an Isilcross. There was an Isilcross hoodie. Or a beanie, excuse me.
Yeah, with the scarf too.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
Where's this thing at? Come on.
Okay.
Alright, so who's starting off your conversation, guys?
I was just looking around waiting for someone to say something.
Just trying to think of a question for somebody else besides Eli.
Eli, what the heck are you?
I really need to get a vial of that blood.
Yeah, just because I don't want to,
right.
steal the glory of revealing his backstory. I'm not gonna answer any questions for Eli today.
Okay. Which makes sense. I'd rather ask him anyway. But he's the one that I had questions for.
Right. And they have a Hello Bees onesie. That is fantastic.
Where is this thing at?
How do you know this, Kevis? How do you know this famous Fae person? I don't know who that is.
Do not know who they are. Mind blown.
I don't know who he is either. Is he just somebody you made up?
No, he's
definitely real.
He's he's definitely not made up. So you've learned that the Fae kind of has its areas, and then they're kind of leaders and whatnot. I also need to pull this shit up because I don't remember. He kind of belongs to the Summer Court, and I met him because he rescued me from a bad situation. And since then, he's kind of been, I guess you could say, my guardian per se.
What was this bad situation?
As soon as you ask that, you see Kevis kind of put his head down and grab his locket, and sits there, like really awkward, long silence. I witnessed my parents' death in front of me. So witnessing that as a child isn't the greatest. So I ran and kept running. And Oberon, he found me. He gave me a home here in the Fae. And he's helping me with figuring out who caused this. But then he pulls the locket open and shows the familiar picture that he showed you guys, like, I think this is the first time we met. finding the person that did this doesn't help if I can't remember what my parents look like. He just stops.
Oh, that's rough. There you go, Morgan. I sent the link to the book.
Out of game. FYI, I said Summer Court. That's not right. It's Siri Court. My bad.
Which court?
Sealy?
Sealy.
Sealy?
Seeli, right?
LIE.
SLI.
LIE. Sealy Court. Oh, he's a good guy?
Okay.
Yes, he's actually a king.
Yeah. Oh.
I've heard of kings, and they're not all good.
Well, I 100% would say he's good.
Okay. I believe you.
I don't think I would be here if he didn't find me.
Pinky, is that the part of the Fae that you're from?
Morgan, help me with that question. I don't think we.
I don't think we ever really
We never
covered that.
established where I was from in the Fae. Just
I would say that you are part of Titiana's court in the summer.
okay.
So you are one of the branches that so Sir Talavar knows Titiana and everything, and that's where he's from. You are from. If we're comparing this to, previous times where kings and queens ruled, Titiana owns a very large piece of territory.
Yeah.
You're from a small village inside of a real small thing.
Yeah. I'm from the summer court, a really small smidgen dot somewhere, pretty irrelevant to the big picture, I feel. But I mean, yeah.
And how long have you been away from there? From your part of the Feywild?
Oh, I'd say maybe 3-4 years, I think. Human time. Tracking time is a bit of a funky thing, but I think a good few years.
Why did you leave?
I didn't really have any other choice.
Is anyone here from the prime material plane?
I mean, I am. I was born there.
I am.
Yeah, I'm from there.
I don't believe you.
Sure I am.
You. Can I do an insight check?
For real?
Yeah, sure. Roll an insight check.
The hell is this inside at?
14.
Excuse me. 10.
Zarius, you're I don't know, could or could not be true. You're not really sure. But Kevus, I mean, it's Eli, so he's kind of a mystery. Seems to be telling the truth about this part, maybe.
We'll get back to you.
Fine, I'll be here.
Oh, wow. Gosh, the mood feels so glum. I don't like it.
I don't even know whose turn it is now.
Yeah,
Pinky, as you say that, everything feels glum and like you guys are kind of just like sitting there, just like this mixed feeling of like, what the fuck are we getting ourselves into? Mixed with, are any of us normal? and just like this, the bizarreness of the reality that is facing you at this moment. There is an emotional weight in the setting around you. And the tree that you're up in, the tree with like the swampy moss that kind of grows off of it and the vines, the color starts to dim a little bit, become a little bit more muted. And you guys can visibly notice it, that there is a change in the color in your immediate surrounding.
I don't like this.
Did you do that, Pinky?
I think so, but also I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
It's the
Have you done that
Feywild.
kind of-
Aren't you supposed to be our expert in the Feywild?
I mean, I come from a small part of it. I never really left my little town village until I had to.
And then you left there, and then you went to work for the circus?
Well, I just sort of stumbled upon it, and yeah.
But you don't know why this tree just changed? We need a new expert, guys.
If I knew how this tree had changed, I would have changed things a long time ago, okay?
The pink. Morgan,
to something better than this.
would I know anything about this?
Pinky
Are you friends
and
with this
Kevin,
guy?
you can both roll history checks for me.
Oh boy. Oh, I don't know shit. We don't know shit.
Neither of you do. Color changing plants. I mean, there's some plants that could change color, but a tree? That's kind of weird. You're not sure what's up with that.
Okay, out of character. I've seen this like happen real time though.
Really?
What? No.
Out of
No,
character, I mean, that's what happened.
That's creepy.
Everything's sorted. Yeah, I think she doesn't know what causes it. She just has seen it before.
She just seen it happen before.
Yes.
Well, the little. Where's the guy in the cage?
He's up here.
No, I'm
He's
looking.
right
My
next
guy
to
is
me.
saying this. I'm looking for him. Hey, do you know why it would change color?
Well, perhaps it's due to the nature of the well, the Prismy is currently without a centralized leader. When it's without a centralized leader, they can oftentimes maintain the current state of the area around them. The Fae responds to a variety of things, including perhaps emotion, thoughts, powerful mental moments, and without the centralized power that is typically in ruling over this place, Perhaps others are more able to influence than per usual. You all looked like you were having quite a sallow and desperate moments, and perhaps the tree felt what you were feeling.
Work it up, Pinky.
I don't know how to. Okay.
Well, let's go back to our questions.
What happens if they don't go back to the way things were? Mr. Talavar.
It'll just be dark.
I'm sorry, child. You have to speak up.
Like, what if, like, has it ever happened where things have, like, stayed gray and sad?
My dear, look around you.
Okay, fair. So, all right, yeah, that connects some puzzle pieces. Cool.
The
Okay.
reason this place is so shitty is because Pinky has a bad attitude.
I have had nothing but a perfect attitude, and still you started picking about.
I didn't pick on anything. I'm just saying, you got depressed and then the tray went gray. You said you ain't been here for years. Or maybe not here.
Yeah, not here. I
forgot and got distracted.
I haven't been to my home in years.
Pinky, what do you think of when you have happy thoughts?
Music. You know, a lot of my happy thoughts circle around music. You know, I always hear flutes playing.
Like a good polka?
No, it's more like calming, relaxing kind, you know, and
You like the flutes? I have bird flutes. I could play those if they make you happy.
You play a bird flute?
I mean, you could
Yeah, I have
try.
bird pipes and a flute.
Are they made of birds?
No, I'm a bird. It's called a bird pipe, and I have a flute.
Oh.
I mean, I have a flute too, and I can play it. I don't.
You whistle so often, I thought you were a bird pipe.
Well, I like to whistle, and then he starts whistling again. Now he's hopping up and down.
Ah, there he goes. I should have said it.
Okay, but like, how is this? Is this my fault?
Well, I wasn't depressed or upset, and so it's not my fault for it turning gray. You were just the one that seemed to be a little antsy about the questions. Mighty suspicious. But he forgets what he's talking about, and now he's looking at bugs flying around because he's getting hungry.
Yeah. Okay. Well, was there any other questions you wanted to get from me, or are we done with?
How old are you guys?
Question. Let me check my notes. She is 23.
Wow, so you're gonna die soon?
How long do pixies live? That was fairies. I don't think so. I think they.
The only reason I ask is because my kind, we only live about 30 years, and 23, you'd be really old.
Then apparently I'm older.
I think fairies can live kind of like pretty long.
I'm looking it up.
I'm not sure though. You should check because I just went off of human age.
And Kevis, how old are you then?
I am 25.
So then you're ancient too.
Maybe in your kind, yes.
I'm 29. Am I the adult here?
Oh boy.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Bane is our elder?
That's not good.
Yeah, Pinky, about the same lifespan as humans, maybe up to about a century or so.
Okay, that's what I figured.
That's what you tell him? That's what you tell me?
Yeah, I'm like, live as long as a human, I think.
So, this is the first time you guys have seen it, but he gets the look on his face is pissed. Like he gets so mad.
Why are you so mad?
He just takes his spear and he stabs it into the tree.
Hey, don't stab the tree!
He's not happy.
Gosh, who?
How is it that everybody gets to live for so long? A century? You know what I would do for a century of life?
I don't know.
You know how old I am? 9 years old, and I'm gonna die at 30.
Here's a thought. You think of having a century of life, but can you enjoy it? I mean, do you want to be in the situation that it looks like me and Pinky are in? Yeah, we're older for our race, but I don't know. Is it
you
worth?
You live so long and you get to do so much and see so much. How much am I supposed to see in a measly 30 years?
You can do a lot.
Though, sometimes
well, I can't really do a lot. I have to go back and tell them what I learned.
Sometimes I feel like being able to live less is honestly a bit of a blessing, you know? You don't have to deal with as much hardships and...
But you grow old so quickly.
Okay.
And then at one point in time, you're young, strong, and fast like me. You see me start punching the air. It's like, and then next thing you know, you're old and decrepit and you can't fly. And who wants to be stuck on the ground all the time? No offense, Kevin.
You can fly.
Yeah, but once I get to like 30, I'm not going to be able to fly or move as fast. And then I'll just die. While you guys are still in the prime of your life.
Yeah, that sucks for you.
Moose! We're trying to cheer him up, not bring him down, right? Although...
Oh, damn, that was good stuff.
I don't know, can't you do something about that?
Oh, I'm going to find a way, believe me.
You don't want to live forever. That sounds...
I don't want to live forever. I would just like a normal lifespan like everybody else.
I mean,
at least you know what yours is.
Kevin turns and looks right at him.
Yeah.
Explain?
I don't know what else to say. We don't... There's not a number for my kind of people.
Your kind of people?
Let's rip the Band-Aid off here, yeah.
What are you?
Nobody's died from old age from my people.
What do you mean no one's died?
You mean that they've all...
They just live forever?
Died? Before they were old?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are all your people snarky and smartass like you?
No, I'm just special.
Okay, because that might be
that's what you want to say, but okay.
Let's go over what we know. You're short. You bleed weird blood. None of your people live to old age.
Do your people have a name? Like, you have a name for your people? Like, I'm an elf?
Well,
you're an elf?
Yes,
He's
miss.
an elf? Have you seen his...
Point to my ears. Yes.
All elves don't have horns.
Bit him.
You're not wrong, Moose. Elves don't have horns. Unless you've lived in the Fae. This just kind of happens with those that come here who aren't originally from here.
Yeah, Because I
That's not
don't
like
have
a
those
hat.
problems.
No, and I'll take my antlers and start to pull. They're attached.
Is Sirius gonna grow horns?
Am I going to grow horns from being in the Feywild?
Morgan, that's a really good question.
I don't want horns. Look at all this
Eli,
beautiful
like,
plumage. I'm amazing.
Eli like starts checking his body.
I
Pinky
don't.
doesn't have
roll-
horns.
just rolling around on himself.
I don't
Pinky
think.
doesn't have horns.
Well, she's from
I
here.
mean, I was born and raised in the Fae.
And these
I
horns
belong here.
didn't take
Not
days
this
to
one.
grow. They were quite a long time.
Is that as
So
big as
you-
they're gonna get?
You know, I don't know. That'll be interesting to find out.
Just
How big would you want? Would you want moose size?
moose size horns. Could you
An
balance?
image pops into your head of like two of moose with their feet standing together on either side of your head, with his wings open wide.
No, probably not. If I was honest, I would rather not have the horns, but it's nothing you
What?
can do and you live with it.
Horns are great. You can bash things with them.
I don't think I'm going to
And,
bash
like-
anything with these, and they're like small.
Oh, maybe when you grow up.
When he grows up, he's 20-something. He's an old man.
I mean, elves tend to live a really, really long time. So I mean,
Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
We live.
I mean a really long time, like 40 years? Wait, no.
Um,
Normal humans live about a century.
add a
Like-
couple more centuries to the human century, like a couple more.
Now he's just dumbfounded.
Just his beak is just full, unhinged, like.
So you gotta live centuries? And you're just gonna sit there and stare off into space and think about it.
Think of this, right? Serious. We all have different ages, but it doesn't mean to get dark here. Not everyone makes it to those ages. I mean, look, Eli said the only reason his people die is from other causes. So it's really you say that we're lucky to live to that age, but also keep in fact that that fight right there, I almost died multiple times.
But you have the ability to live to that age. I just want the option. If I die before then from being killed in battle, I have no problem with that. My issue is that we don't even have the option. At 30 years old, we pretty much die from old age. And you're telling me you get to live centuries if you don't die from any causes. If you were to survive and die from natural causes, you would die hundreds of years in the future.
But you want to grow up into be an old man? Like that sounds not fun.
Well, if I was your age right now, I'd already be an old man as a bird, as an Aarakocra. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not that I want to be an old man. I want the option to be able to live to an older age and not die when everybody I know is in their prime.
Oh.
It's okay. I'll figure it out.
So,
Okay. Tell me
Moose.
how that goes in 30 years.
Does time pass differently in the Fae? Maybe you live longer here.
I mean,
Yes.
it's hard to tell. I feel like you go into the Fae, and you could pop out a day later in real time, or you could pop out a lot of years later in the material plane. You know? So,
And when you pop out, would you age? Would you have aged all that time?
I
Because
don't.
if you're telling me that I'm in the Feywild right now, and then I pop out, it might be 30 years later, and I just go back to the regular plane, and I'm just gonna
And you
die.
just keel over dead. I don't think that's
Is that
how
what's gonna happen?
I mean, it didn't. I came out fine.
I came out fine. Well, besides
I
You
these.
have
mean,
antlers on your head that aren't supposed to be there.
That'll be interesting when all of you guys come out of the Fae if y'all grow like antlers and tails and stuff.
Kevis walk kind of gets to Pinky. Hey,
I have those.
Just stop.
Pinky's gonna find it really amusing because nothing is gonna happen to her like that.
It's the first time you guys have seen Xeris like worried about anything because he's normally so carefree, but he's like freaking out on the tree.
Starting to like go back and forth, like scuttling, like on the
Right.
tree, and there's little groove marks from
You're-
all the claws.
You're gonna lose the feathers if you keep that up.
Oh, I don't want to molt.
Yeah. Deep breath. Deep breath.
He takes in
Where
a
did
deep
you
breath,
learn-
and when he breathes out, it's just a whistle.
You know, where did you learn to play the flute?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
My master taught me how to play it.
I thought you meant me for a second. I was like,
Who is
It
your
was
master?
part of my training.
What?
Who is your master?
Oh, what was his name? 1 second.
I like how all of us have to reference our backstory sheets right now.
Hold on here. Where is this?
There's
At?
so many questions for other people.
So
Right.
Cavis.
And guys, after we get a name from Xerius, let's go ahead and wrap that up for today. And we'll pick up the 20 questions conversation next week when we hopefully have Mike back with us.
Started. Oh, 1 second. Hold on. I'm looking for this.
You know, not being in the hot seat, Pinky's pretty fine.
Pinky's all right with this?
Pinky's alright with grilling other people.
Kevis just pushed it off on someone else.
She's like,
His name is
Happy.
Zuog.
Zuog.
Zuag.
Zuog.
He's the one that taught me how to fight.
Does he have like the swooping kind of title?
No. They gave that to me because I can't stand still. And I can't be quiet. And I like to fly. But he just ever went by the first name. Or that's all I knew him by.
How old was he?
He was fairly old. He was in his 20s, from what I can remember. It's been a while since I've seen him. But he was the fastest thing ever when I was really young. Matter of fact, Kevis kind of moved like him when he was in the tower. It was amazing.
Kevis is fast. And he's really
Yeah,
good
he
with
did some-
knots.
What
See,
was
I
that?
thought he was really good with knots, and then he lost our boat.
Okay. It was tied. You never know. Someone could have taken it. I was dealing with a problem that all of you said wasn't a problem.
okay, okay. So, why did you go into the water?
He just sits there. Okay. I saw the
You
eyes.
can't say you didn't go into the water because you
Not
obviously were in
willingly.
the water.
Not willingly.
Okay, so explain how that happened.
I saw
You
the
were
eyes.
peacefully in a tree.
I went to get a closer look at the eyes to see if maybe it was someone just watching, making sure they didn't attack us. And you learn real quick, everyone laying on one branch is not very good when you try to walk the branch And a familiar sight of Eli falling. Yeah, that's what happened. Into the water, and then how you saw how the rest of that played out.
Okay, so like you could have just, like woken somebody up
and get the same response of, the eyes are fine. Everything watches us, and he looks at Eli.
What?
Next time, I will wake somebody up.
Wake somebody up who can fly.
That hurt. He just looks away. And look at Eli and be like, oh, this sucks.
All right, guys, and we will wrap it up there.